since universities are engaging with us in good faith, it doesn't mean that we're actually seeing tangible results. I think, as you said, Deborah, enforcement, especially we're seeing in America, the lack of enforcement of their own policies is something that Jewish students are seeing right here in Australia. I think, as Andre mentioned earlier, there's a norm that is less acceptable regarding freedom of speech, especially at universities as well. And universities in Australia have also have very high standards of code of conduct regarding intimidation, threats of violence, making an unsafe environment for any student on campus. We see that those policies aren't being enforced when it comes to anti-Semitism. We know the universities have robust reporting structures. Oftentimes, us at AUJS, we've guided them through how to improve their reporting structures. Still, we're seeing on the other end that enforcement not taking place, which is very disheartening and very disconcerting as well, considering the amount of consultation that Jewish students have had with many universities. There are just some universities in Australia that prize the absolutist, I guess, approach of freedom of speech, where any sort of rhetoric would not meet their threshold, and those are universities which are very problematic for Jewish students as well. But it's really about, making sure that universities are pressured through us, external means as well, to really enforce their policies. Because what we see on campus is when Jewish students feel unsafe on campus, then really, in effect, no student is safe on campus because these policies are being enforced in such a haphazard way. We also see this with the cancellation of Israeli academics coming to speak at Australian academic institutions, where those events are cancelled on the grounds of safety, but other events held by pro-Palestinian groups are allowed to happen on campus. We advocate for a consistent approach because we know the universities already have those tools, which I guess makes the conversation much, much harder.